Testament, we don't worship the way those in the Old Testament worshiped. Jesus said in St. John's Gospel, chapter 4 and verse 24, take a look at it. God, these are the words of Jesus, God is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. So, why did Jesus say this? This was in his dialogue with a lady that he or that met him at the well of Samaria. The woman wanted to know something about worship. She said to Jesus, "You Jews say that we must worship in Jerusalem. Our fathers worshipped here." Look at what she said to Jesus. "Our fathers worshipped in this mountain. And ye say that in Jerusalem is the place where men ought to worship." Next verse. Jesus said unto her, "Woman, believe, the hour cometh when ye shall neither in this mountain nor yet at Jerusalem worship the Father. You worship, you know not what." It says you worship, you don't know who you worship. Look at that. You worship, you know not what. That's King James for you, all right? We know what we worship, for salvation is of the Jews. Salvation comes from the Jews. That's what he says. That's true. But the hour cometh, and now is, when the true worshippers, see it now, the true worshippers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth. For the Father seeketh such to worship him. The true worshippers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth. They have been worshiping some other way. And Jesus says, the day is coming and now has begun when the true worshippers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth. He says, the Father seeks such, he's looking for such to worship him. Through the years, many Christians have changed worship. They say, I worship God as I want. No way. Some say, everyone can worship God in his own way. It is not true. You just heard Jesus. He said, you don't know what you worship. He says, the true worshiper shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth. How do you worship in spirit? Jesus said, the true worshipers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth. Now, what is worship? Worship is first a recognition and dedication to a deity. All right, now we're talking about worshiping God, all right? Not just flat worship, but worshiping God. We're dealing with a commitment, a recognition. There has to be a recognition, dedication, consecration to a deity and through prayer and sacrifice. You see that? Prayer and sacrifice. Then beyond that is service. So you say service rendered to a deity is also accepted as worship. I want you to look at these three things now. So they come to prayer, they come to sacrifice, they come to service. These are the key items of worship.
You are watching Praise with Understanding, a special highlight.
7 inspirations